Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba is a Japanese manga series written and illustrated by Koyoharu Gotouge. It follows teenage Tanjiro Kamado, who strives to become a demon slayer after his family was slaughtered and his younger sister, Nezuko, turned into a demon. It was serialized in Shueisha's shonen manga magazine Weekly Shonen Jump from February 2016 to May 2020, with its chapters collected in 23 tankobon volumes. It has been published in English by Viz Media and simultaneously published by Shueisha on their Manga Plus platform. A 26-episode anime television series adaptation produced by Ufotable aired from April to September 2019. A sequel film, Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba the movie, Mugen Train, was released in October 2020 and became the highest-grossing anime film and Japanese film of all time. A second season of the anime series, redapting the Mugen Train arc seen in the film in 7 episodes, and covering the Entertainment District arc from the manga in 11 episodes, aired from October 2021 to February 2022. A third season covering the Swordsmith Village arc has been announced. As of February 2021, the manga had over 150 million copies in circulation, including digital versions, making it the 9th best-selling manga series of all time. Also, it was the best-selling manga in 2019 and 2020. Both the manga and its anime adaptation have received critical acclaim. The anime series has received numerous awards and is considered one of the best anime of the 2010s. In 2020, the Demon Slayer franchise generated an estimated annual sales revenue of 1 trillion yen, becoming one of the highest-grossing media franchises of all time. Synopsis. Setting. The story takes place in Taisho-era Japan, where a secret society, known as the Demon Slayer Corps, has been waging a secret war against demons for centuries. The demons are former humans who were turned into demons by Muzan Kibutsuji injecting them with his own blood, and they feed on humans and possess supernatural abilities such as super strength, powers that demons can obtain called blood demon art, and regeneration. Demons can only be killed if they are decapitated with weapons crafted from an alloy known as Nichiren, injected with poison extracted from wisteria flowers, or exposed to sunlight. The demon slayers, on the other hand, are entirely human. However, they employ special elemental breathing techniques, known as breathing styles, which grant them superhuman strength and increased resistance, helping them fight against demons. The strongest demon slayers are known as the Hashira. Plot. Tanjiro Kamado is a kind-hearted and intelligent boy who lives with his family in the mountains. He became his family's breadwinner after his father's death, making trips to the nearby village to sell charcoal. Everything changed when he came home one day to discover that his family was attacked and slaughtered by a demon. Tanjiro and his sister Nezuko were the sole survivors of the incident, with Nezuko being transformed into a demon, but still surprisingly showing signs of human emotion and thought. After an encounter with Jitomyoka, the water Hashira of the Demon Slayer Corps, Tanjiro is recruited by Ji and sent to his retired master Seikanji Urokodaki for training to also become a demon slayer, beginning his quest to help his sister turn into human again and avenge the death of his family. After 2 years of strenuous training, Tanjiro takes part in a formidable exam and is one of the few survivors to pass, officially making him a member of the Demon Slayer Corps. He begins his work of hunting down and slaying demons alongside Nezuko, who has been hypnotized to bring no harm to humans and who occasionally helps him in battle. One of Tanjiro's assignments brings him to Asakusa where he encounters Muzan Kibutsuji, the progenitor of all demons and the one who murdered his family. He also meets Tamayo and Yoshiro, demons who are free from Muzan's control. Tamayo and Yoshiro ally with Tanjiro and begin to develop a cure for Nezuko, though it will require Tanjiro to supply Tamayo with blood from the 12 Kizuki, the most powerful demons under Muzan's command. Continuing his missions, Tanjiro meets Zenitsuo Agatsuma and Inishoke Hashibira, fellow survivors of the exam with whom he forms an unlikely team during a battle with the former lower rank 6 of the Kizuki. The group soon face off against lower rank 5 of the Kizuki, but are ultimately outmatched. They are rescued by Ji and brought back to headquarters. There, the Komatsu siblings partake in a council between Kaguya Yubayashiki, the leader of the Demon Slayer Corps, and the Hashira, the Corps' most elite members, who do not believe that Nezuko should be allowed to live. However, Kaguya nonetheless manages to convince them to accept her. With this agreement, Tanjiro begins to work alongside the Hashira, where he encounters significantly more resistance from the demons. Alongside the Hashira and Corps members, Tanjiro takes part in numerous harrowing battles against the Kizuki, which they survive by narrow margins while also taking losses of their own, including the death of the Flame Hashira and retirement of the Sound Hashira. During a battle in the Swordsmith village, it is discovered that Nezuko is invulnerable to sunlight, a discovery that makes her the prime target of Muzan, who has long sought a way to overcome the sun and thus become the ultimate being. Kaguya forecasts Muzan's intentions and enacts a strict training regiment of the entire corps to prepare for the upcoming battle. With the blood samples obtained from the Kizuki, Tamayo develops a serum to cure Nezuko, who is kept isolated far from the battle as she recovers. Muzan soon appears before Kaguya, who triggers a suicide attack to stagger him. The Hashira and Tanjiro ambush Muzan, but he traps them all within Infinity Castle, an endless labyrinth which houses the remaining Kizuki. Tamayo restrains Muzan with a poison she concocted, leaving him vulnerable for attack. To reach him, the Corps defeat the remaining Kizuki members, though they take heavy losses of their own. Muzan kills Tamayo by absorbing her but is forced above ground by the Corps. A desperate battle of attrition ensues as the remainder of the Demon Slayer Corps fight against Muzan until the morning sun can kill him. Aided by Tamayo's poison, the Corps succeed, though many are killed, including all but 2 of the remaining Hashira, while Tanjiro is mortally wounded. Helpless against the sun, Muzan forcefully gives his remaining blood to a dying Tanjiro and transforms him into the ultimate demon in a last-ditch effort to have his species survive. Tanjiro begins to attack the remaining Corps members, but through the efforts of his allies and Nezuko, who has been fully restored to her human self, he is turned back into a human. In the aftermath of the battle, the Corps are disbanded as the death of Muzan has effectively vanquished all other demons. Tanjiro and Nezuko return to their family home, accompanied by Zenitsuo and Inishoke. Tanjiro marries fellow demon slayer Kaneo Tsuyuri while Nezuko marries Zenitsu. In a modern-day epilogue, the descendants and reincarnations of the Corps members enjoy a peaceful life free of demons. Production. After Gotouge's manga, Henny wa no Zigzag, published in Weekly Shonen Jump in 2015, failed to become a serialized work, Tatsuhiko Katayama, Gotouge's first editor, suggested Gotouge to start a series with an easy-to-understand theme. Gotouge's debut work Kagurigari would become the basis for an initial draft, titled Kisatsu no Nagare since it had concepts like swords and demons, which would be familiar to the Japanese audience. However, due to its serious tone, lack of comic relief, and dark story, this draft was not accepted for serialization, so Katayama asked Gotouge to try writing a brighter, more normal character in the same setting. The original title was Kisatsu no Yaiba, but they felt the character Satsu in the title was too overt. Although it is a made-up word, Kimetsu seemed easy to understand, so Gotouge thought it would be interesting to abbreviate the series title that way. The word Yaiba implies a Japanese sword. According to Gotouge, the series' 3 biggest influences are JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Naruto, and Bleach. Tatsuhiko Katayama, an editor of the Demon Slayer manga, has said in interviews that the red-haired, Scar-Faced Tanjiro was inspired by Rurouni Kenshin, a 1990s manga about a similarly drawn swordsman, Himura Kenshin. Media. Manga. Written and illustrated by Koyoharu Gotouge, Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba was serialized in Shueisha Shonen Manga Magazine Weekly Shonen Jump from February 15, 2016, to May 18, 2020. Shueisha collected its chapters in 23 individual tankobon volumes, released from June 3, 2016, to December 4, 2020. Shueisha simultaneously published the series in English on the Manga Plus service starting January 2019. Viz Media published the first 3 chapters in its digital magazine Weekly Shonen Jump as part of the Jump Start program. During their panel at San Diego Comic-Con on July 20, 2017, Viz announced that they had licensed the manga for the North American market. The first volume was released on July 3, 2018. Spin-offs. Light novels. A light novel, titled Demon Slayer, The Flower of Happiness, by Gotouge and Aoyajima, was published in Japan on February 4, 2019. It chronicles the lives of Tanjiro and Zenitsu before the start of the main series, as well as glimpses into the lives of Aoi and Kaneo. It also features a single chapter of an alternate universe where the characters attend an ordinary high school. A second light novel, titled Demon Slayer, One-Winged Butterfly, by Gotouge and Yajima, was published in Japan on October 4, 2019. It details the lives of Shinobu and Kane Koko before and soon after they joined the Demon Slayers after Hime Jimajume saved their lives. A third light novel, titled Demon Slayer, The Signs from the Wind, centered on Sanemi Shinazugawa, was published on July 3, 2020. In February 2022, Viz Media announced that they would publish the 3 light novels in 2022. Other print media. A fanbook, Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba official fanbook, Demon Slaying Core Memorandum, was released on July 4, 2019. It features background information on several characters from the series. It also includes the complete 3 chapters of the initial draft of the series, titled Kisatsu no Nagare. A second fanbook, Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba official fanbook, Demon Slaying Core Memorandum 2, was released on February 4, 2021. It includes 3 one-shot chapters, Tanjiro no Kinki Hakusho, which is about Tanjiro and other characters after the manga's conclusion, Tatsuchiki. Jigoku no Onishose Sans Unikawa o Koet, which shows some of the demons from that time, and Kimetsu no Dode, which shows some of Gotouge's real stories from drawing the manga during its serialization. It also includes the previously published one-shot chapter Rengoku Volume 0, previously given out as a bonus for theater-goers for Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba the movie, Mugen Train in 2020, and then Nenji Bangeihen and Nanmatsu Bangeihen one-shots, published in Weekly Shonen Jump in 2020 and 2019, respectively. It also includes the one-shot Maichaku Kimetsu Gakuin Nikeihu Tanjiro no 1 Nikki, which was published in Jump Jiga 2018 Winter Volume 3 in 2018. An art book, titled Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba Koyoharu Gotouge Artbook, AQCs, was released on February 4, 2021. Anime. An anime television series adaptation by Studio Ufotable was announced by Weekly Shonen Jump in June 2018. The anime was directed by Haruo Sotozaki and produced by Hikaru Kondo. Akira Matsushima served as the character designer. The series ran for 26 episodes, broadcast from April 6 to September 28, 2019, on Tokyo MX, GTV, GYT, BS11, and other channels. The second season ran for 2 consecutive cours, beginning with a television series adaptation of the Mugen Train story arc on October 10, 2021. It included an original first episode, as well as new animation cuts and background music that differ from the film adaptation. Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba Entertainment District Arc, has been announced to premiere on December 5, 2021, with a 1-hour special. The main staff and cast members from the first season returned to reprise their roles. The series was broadcast on 30 stations and channels, including Fuji TV and Tokyo MX, covering most of Japan. At the end of the second season finale, a third season covering the Swordsmith Village arc from the manga has been announced. In North America, the series is licensed by Aniplex of America. It was released on 2 limited editions Blu-ray volumes, the first on June 30, 2020, and the second on November 24, 2020. The company also partnered with Funimation to release standard edition Blu-ray volumes. 2 volumes were released on September 29, 2020, and January 19, 2021. The series has been streamed on Crunchyroll, Hulu, and Funimation Now. Netflix also started streaming the series starting January 22, 2021 in the United States. An English dub produced by Aniplex of America and Bang Zoom Entertainment premiered on Adult Swim's Toonami programming block on October 13, 2019. According to Jason DeMarco, Adult Swim executive producer, the success of the Mugen Train film made the series expensive to license for broadcast. Funimation began streaming the English dub on December 8, 2020. Madman Entertainment acquired the series in Australia and New Zealand and simultaneously streamed the series on Anime Lab. In the United Kingdom and Ireland, Anime Limited acquired the series. Funimation streams Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba Entertainment District Arc. Muse Communication licensed the second season in Southeast Asia and South Asia. They streamed it on IQIYI, Bilibili, WeTV, Viu, and Netflix. 4 Valentine's Day themed anime shorts, titled Kimetsu Gakyu and Valentine Hen, debuted on the Aniplex YouTube channel on February 14, 2021. Compilation films. Film. Music. Video games. A mobile game titled Kimetsu no Yaiba, Kep Kenjiki Royale was announced to be released in 2020 by publisher Aniplex with development by Aniplex subsidiary Quattro A. In December 2020, it was announced that the game's release was delayed indefinitely to improve its quality. A video game based on the series was announced in 2020. Titled Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba The Hinokami Chronicles, it is developed by CyberConnect 2, and published by Aniplex. The game was released for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and Series S and Steam on October 14, 2021, in Japan. Sega published the game worldwide for the same platforms on October 15, 2021. Stage plays. A stage play adaptation of the manga was announced by Weekly Shonen Jump in September 2019. The stage play was performed from January 18-26, 2020 in Tokyo at the Tenzujin Gagekage and from January 31 to February 2, 2020, in Higo Prefecture at the AIIA 2.5 Theater Kobe. Kenichi Swamitsu scripted and directed the play and Shunsuke Wada composed the music. The cast includes Ryota Kobayashi as the protagonist Tanjiro Kamado, Akari Takaishi as his sister Nezuko, Keisuke Ueda as Zenitsuo Agatsuma, Igo Sat as Inishuke Hashibira, Ryo Honda as Jitomyoka, Tomoyuki Takagi as Seikanji Urokadaki, Mimi Meihane as Tamayo, Hisanori Sat as Yoshir, and Yoshihide Sasaki as Muzan Kibutsuji. A second stage play adaptation was announced in the Jump Festa 2021 event in December 2020, with the cast and staff returning. The Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba II, Bond's stage play ran in Tokyo from August 7-15, in Osaka from August 20-22, and then again in Tokyo from August 27-31. A traditional no kaijin stage play was announced in the Jump Festa 2022 event in December 2021. The stage play will run from July 26 to 31, 2022 at the Cannes No Theatre in Tokyo and from December 9 to 11, 2022 at the Otsuki No Theatre in Osaka. The cast includes Otsuki Yuichi as Tanjiro Kamado and his younger sister Nezuko, Otsuki Bunzo as Rui, and Nomura Mansai, who is also a stage director, played the main antagonist Kibutsuji Musen. A third stage play adaptation was announced by Weekly Shonen Jump in January 2022. The Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba The Stage Part 3, Mugen Dream Train stage play is scheduled to be performed at Tokyo Dome City Hall in Tokyo on September 10 and 11, at Kyoto Theatre in Kyoto from September 16 to 25, and then again at Tokyo Dome City Hall from October 15 to 23, 2022. Art Exhibition. An art exhibition of the series ran in Tokyo's Mori Arts Center Gallery from October 26 to December 12, 2021. The exhibition displayed numerous artworks drawn by Koyoharu Gotouge and also sold original goods. The exhibition ran in the Grand Front Osaka from July 14 to September 4, 2022. Reception. Popularity. In 2020, the Demon Slayer franchise generated an estimated annual sales revenue of 1 trillion yen. In January 2021, it was reported that Japanese sales of print books and magazines fell 1% in 2020 compared to the previous year, being the smallest per-year decline since 2006. This small decline was attributed to an increase in reading in Japan due to the COVID-19 pandemic and the successful boom of the Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba manga and its related publications. According to Charebase, a database for character licensing business in Japan, Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba is the highest-grossing franchise of 2020, surpassing other well-known franchises such as Anpanman, Pokémon, Mickey Mouse, and Peanuts. Gadgets Hein listed both the breathing techniques suffix and da. The era changed again, on their 2019 anime buzzwords list. In 2019, Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba won in the anime category of the Yahoo Japan Search Awards, based on the number of searches for a particular term compared to the year before. The series won the award for the second consecutive year in 2020, and was third in 2021. On Tumblr's 2020 Year in Review, which highlights the largest communities, fandoms, and trends on the platform throughout the year, Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba ranked 7th on the top anime and manga shows category. According to a 2020 poll conducted by education and publishing company Benes, which asked 7,661 3rd to 6th grade Japanese children, Tanjiro Kamado ranked first on the top 10 most admired people, which placed the children's mothers, fathers, and teachers on 2nd, 4th and 5th place, respectively, with the remaining spots occupied by other Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba characters. According to a 2020 internet poll conducted by Oricon Monitor Research, over 90% of the Japanese public is familiar with Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba. 40.5% said that they were very familiar, 57.3% said that they were familiar with the name, indicating that 97.8% knew the existence of the series. Of the 1,558 respondents who said that they were very familiar, 1,182 respondents like or very liked the series. To the question of what part of the series do you like, the series story was the most popular aspect with 76.4% votes, followed by the setting with 49.3% and the relatability of the characters with 45.3% votes. 31% of the fans said that they owned the manga, and of the 66.1% of those fans said they owned every volume. According to multiple respondents, the series helped them treasure and connect with their families and allowed people of different generations to connect even in the workplace and beyond. The poll was responded from November 1824 by 3,848 members of Oricon Monitor Research, ranging from people in their teens to their 60s. The series helped to increase internal tourism, with many tourists traveling to similar spots to the ones featured in the series. In 2021, in Tokushima, the Red Cross featured characters from the series on blood drive posters, which helped to increase the number of donors. Regarding the series' sudden huge success, Weekly Shonen Jump editor-in-chief Hiroyuki Nakano stated that the manga sales shot up straight after its anime adaptation finished, explaining that a large number of people watched the series through streaming services after it ended rather than watching it weekly. Nakano also stated that currently, it is harder for a manga series running in the magazine to become a hit, and Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, despite having started in February 2016, did not become a major hit until late 2019, adding that its success hinged on word of mouth generated after the anime's run. Nakano have also said it introduced many new people and audience into Jump. According to Yuma Takahashi, Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba anime series producer, the series had three main factors for its success: the power of the original work, the attitude towards adapting it to anime, and the environment. Takahashi explained that although many people learned about the manga through the anime, that in itself is not enough to generate a hit, stating that the original manga itself is interesting and they tried to adapt it earnestly without losing any of its appeal. The earnest attitude towards the adaptation and techniques from the staff at Ufotable were other key factors. Takahashi pointed out the changes in the anime viewing landscape within the past few years and the increasing popularity of the streaming platforms. Takahashi said that by airing the series for 2 cours, it had the time to build up an audience. Takahashi added, while the anime was airing, the story being serialized in the manga was heating up, so the timing was also ideal. It wasn't as if it suddenly became the center of attention. I feel that it steadily picked up fans and expanded its audience. On December 20, 2020, at the Jump Festa 21, Mayumi Tanaka, voice actress of One Piece's Monkey D. Luffy, read aloud a message from One Piece creator Eiichiro Oda, in which he praised Gotouge's series, and wrote, "At Jump, Demon Slayer was really amazing. I enjoyed how it was able to save the feelings of so many people. Absolutely superb work. This is how I want manga to be. It touched me, somehow." Yuzuki Murata said that the series' contribution to the industry as a whole is immeasurable, while Gege Akutami commented that the series created many new manga fans. In January 2021, Gundam franchise's creator Yoshiyuki Tomino discussed his thoughts on the series in an interview, where he said that he initially felt jealous of how the series attracted such a dedicated and talented staff, and said, "The voice actors are great, the composer of the song that everyone knows is great. So many talented people showed up. In that sense, what I felt surpassed envy, and I started thinking, man, those guys sure are something." Nevertheless, Tomino called the series' cultural success a coincidence, explaining, "I don't think that Demon Slayer is a calculated or contrived work. I think that its assemblage was quite a coincidence," adding that in the anime industry people often get chosen for a job because they just happen to be there or their schedules happen to align at the right time, and that it is rare for people with exactly the ideal talents or innate qualities to get chosen. Former Prime Minister of Japan Yoshihide Suga quoted the series at a House of Representatives Budget Committee in the National Diet in November 2020. Some politicians in Japan used patterns and logos from the series in their campaigns in 2021. Current Prime Minister of Japan, Fumio Kishida, said that he had read all the volumes of the series, commenting as well that he would improve the conditions of the anime and manga industry. Manga. Written and illustrated by Koyoharu Gotouge, Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba was serialized in Shueisha's Shonen Manga magazine Weekly Shonen Jump from February 15, 2016, to May 18, 2020. Shueisha collected its chapters in 23 individual tankobon volumes, released from June 3, 2016, to December 4, 2020. Shueisha simultaneously published the series in English on the Manga Plus service starting January 2019. Viz Media published the first 3 chapters in its digital magazine Weekly Shonen Jump as part of the Jump Start program. During their panel at San Diego Comic-Con on July 20, 2017, Viz announced that they had licensed the manga for the North American market. The first volume was released on July 3, 2018. Sales. Critical reception. Accolades. Light novels and other print books. In 2019, Demon Slayer, Flower of Happiness had about 210,966 copies sold, and Demon Slayer, One-Winged Butterfly had about 196,674 copies sold. Both novels ranked 3rd and 4th respectively in Oricon's overall Bunko ranking chart. Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba overall novelization was the 10th best-selling light novel in 2019, with 407,640 copies sold. In February 2020, after a planned reprint, collectively 1.16 million copies were in circulation, making the books the fastest franchise novel in Shueisha's Jump J Books label to reach 1 million copies in circulation. The 2 light novels were the best-selling novels of the first half of 2020, collectively selling a total of 1,199,863 copies. The Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba overall novelization was the best-selling light novel of 2020, with 2,752,593 copies sold. The Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba overall novelization was the best-selling novel series in the first half of 2021, collectively selling a total of 651,358 copies, while the 3 novels and the Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba the movie, Mugen Train novelization, were among the best-selling novel volumes in the first half of 2021. The 3 light novels were among the top 5 best-selling light novel volumes of 2021, while the overall novelization was the best-selling light novel, with 776,320 copies sold. 4 other books were among the best-selling general books of 2021. The art book, Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba Koyoharu Gotouge Artbook, AQCs, was 3rd with 491,007 copies sold. Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba Coloring Book, Blue was 7th, with 414,523 copies sold. Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba Coloring Book, Red was 9th with 370,460 copies sold, and the anime's 3rd official characters book was 13th, with 278,531 copies sold. Due to sales of the novels and the other books, Gotouge was 2nd on the general book ranking chart of 2021, with over 1.4 million copies sold. In May 2020, Demon Slayer, Flower of Happiness ranked 10th in a favorite children's book poll conducted by the Children's Book Election Office, among over 250,000 elementary school children. Anime. An anime television series adaptation by Studio Ufotable was announced by Weekly Shonen Jump in June 2018. The anime was directed by Haruo Sotozaki and produced by Hikaru Kondo. Akira Matsushima served as the character designer. The series ran for 26 episodes, broadcast from April 6 to September 28, 2019, on Tokyo MX, GTV, GYT, BS11, and other channels. The second season ran for 2 consecutive cours, beginning with a television series adaptation of the Mugen Train story arc on October 10, 2021. It included an original first episode, as well as new animation cuts and background music that differ from the film adaptation. Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba Entertainment District Arc, has been announced to premiere on December 5, 2021, with a 1-hour special. The main staff and cast members from the first season returned to reprise their roles. The series was broadcast on 30 stations and channels, including Fuji TV and Tokyo MX, covering most of Japan. At the end of the second season finale, a third season covering the Swordsmith Village arc from the manga has been announced. In North America, the series is licensed by Aniplex of America. It was released on 2 limited editions Blu-ray volumes, the first on June 30, 2020, and the second on November 24, 2020. The company also partnered with Funimation to release standard edition Blu-ray volumes. 2 volumes were released on September 29, 2020, and January 19, 2021. The series has been streamed on Crunchyroll, Hulu, and Funimation Now. Netflix also started streaming the series starting January 22, 2021 in the United States. An English dub produced by Aniplex of America and Bang Zoom Entertainment premiered on Adult Swim's Toonami programming block on October 13, 2019. According to Jason DeMarco, Adult Swim executive producer, the success of the Mugen Train film made the series expensive to license for broadcast. Funimation began streaming the English dub on December 8, 2020. Madman Entertainment acquired the series in Australia and New Zealand and simultaneously streamed the series on Anime Lab. In the United Kingdom and Ireland, Anime Limited acquired the series. Funimation streams Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba Entertainment District Arc. Muse Communication licensed the second season in Southeast Asia and South Asia. They streamed it on IQIYI, Bilibili, WeTV, Viu, and Netflix. 4 Valentine's Day themed anime shorts, titled Kimetsu Gakuin Valentine Hen, debuted on the Aniplex YouTube channel on February 14, 2021. Critical reception.